Stop scrolling. If you own a LDV G10 T60 D90 or Deliver 9 with the 2-liter SC20M diesel engine, missing this timing belt service could destroy your engine in seconds. Today, I'm showing you the complete timing belt replacement, timing lock tools, and critical timing setup on every SC20M owners need to know. Welcome back to the PrimeTech Automotive. Today, we are working on an LDV G10 fitted with the SC20M 2-liter turbo diesel engine. That's a similar engine to T60 D90 Deliver 9 with the 2-liter diesel engine. So this engine uses a timing belt system and requires especially locking tools and correctly lock the camshaft, crankshaft, and high pressure fuel pump during the replacement. So before removing anything, disconnect the battery and remove engine covers, intake components, and auxiliary drive belt to gain access to the timing cover, as what I'm doing now. So on this G10, to easy access, I remove the radiator fan assembly and also front bumper, because there's a cover on the top of the radiator that covers the access to the engine belt area. So there's one stretch belt for the air compressor, AC compressor. So I had to use a tool to remove it and then remove the alternator belt. This is where I'm removing the water pump pulley. So if you are doing a major service, this is the best time to replace the water pump as well. But before, as you see, it wasn't the water pump, that was the power steering pump pulley. I had to remove the power steering pump pulley as well. And the timing cover on this model has no bolts. They are locked with plastic clips. So it's not a big hassle to remove. Just want to expand the plastic lockings and pull the cover out. Yeah, I was thinking to get that out without removing the tensioner assembly, but I couldn't get the timing cover without removing, so I end up with removing the driver tension assembly as well. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the engine and align in the timing mark. So, and also I wanted to show this is the toolkit that you need to lock the cam, fuel pump, and the crank. So you can buy this from a lot of online stores. So next, rotate the engine to top dead center and install the timing locking tools. This step is absolutely critical. One tooth out can cause poor running, all causes of severe engine damage, guys. So that's the bolts you need to remove to get the crank pulley off. So next step is to remove the crank pulley. To remove the crank pulley on this model, you don't need to lock the crankshaft because you are removing just the pulley. But if you are removing the main crank bolt, you need to lock the crankshaft. And there's another cover that you need to remove. That's where you saw the crankshaft mark and also camshaft and also the fuel pump Now I'm going to insert the top camshaft locking pin. And the fuel pump. And also the crankshaft. This has to be done once you align the timing marks. This is, once you set up the procedure, guys, this is pretty straightforward. Now you need to loosen the cam sprocket bolts and also fuel pump bolts. And on this model, we need to replace the fuel pump gear every time when you're replacing the engine belt. That's what the manufacturing procedure, but you can still reuse it if they are not worn. So once you lock there, you need to undo the tensioner pulley. And then now you can safely remove the timing belt. So I purchased all the parts from LDV dealer, so all are genuine parts. Of course, they don't sell as a kit. You need to buy them separate. So as you saw, I'm just removing the fuel pump gear. If you do not force it too much, you can remove the pin carefully and take the fuel pump gear out. And installing all the idler pulleys. I'll put the top specification on the description, guys. Installing the fuel pump pulley. I've removed the pin carefully, but if you remove the pin, do not turn the fuel pump. Keep as it is, because with the pin it's a bit hard to install the pump gear. All right, compare the belt with the old one. If everything okay, it's time to insert the new belt. Always keep the slack on the timing tensioner side. All right, now I'm just installing the timing tensioner. And it's time to tension the timing belt. The arrow has to mark into the notch as you saw on the tensioner. At the time of the tension in the timing belt, the camshaft pulley and also the injector pump pulley has to be loose, kept loose. That's how it's tensioned the belt. And okay, tensioner. And also now you can tighten and torque the injector pump pulley and also the camshaft pulley bolt. Now it's time to remove all the locking tools. All right, it's pretty much done. Next step, turn the engine 2 rounds or 4 rounds. Make sure there's no interference, no valve sitting. And also, once you turned, check the timing marks again. The engine turning is extra precaution, guys, before you start the engine. Making sure the timing is set correctly. Yeah, put the pins back in, making sure all the locks are okay. Once the timing is confirmed, reinstall the covers, auxiliary belt, and whatever the remote components, and reconnect the battery. Make sure everything okay. If you drain coolant for any reason, top up coolant, refill it, then start the engine and listen to any abnormal noises. A correctly installed timing belt should result in a smooth idle with no warning lights and proper engine performance. So the SC20M engine is found in several LDV models, guys, including the G10, T60, D90 and Deliver 9. Making this procedure is valuable for many owners and workshops. So give us a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment your idea. Thanks for watching.